In the heart of a quiet valley stood a forest no one dared to enter. It was called the Whispering Forest, because when the wind blew, the trees didn't rustle, they whispered. The villagers said strange things lived inside, shadows that watched, eyes that glowed, and voices that called your name. But no one ever proved it. One curious boy named Eli wanted to find out the truth. He wasn't brave, just curious. Every night, he would sit by his window and stare at the forest. The trees looked still, yet alive. Sometimes he thought he heard a soft voice calling, Eli. One evening, when the moon was bright and silver, he decided to go. He took a lantern, a rope, and his little wooden whistle. His grandmother warned him, "Do not answer the voices you hear." But Eli just smiled. "I will be back before sunrise." He stepped into the forest. The air grew cold. The mist wrapped around him like a blanket. The trees creaked, almost breathing. Eli whispered, "Hello." The wind replied with a long sigh, "Eli." He stopped. "Who's there?" No one answered, only the sound of dripping water and rustling leaves. Eli walked deeper. His lantern flickered. The ground felt soft to soft. He looked down and saw strange marks, like claw prints, glowing faintly blue. He followed them until he reached a clearing. In the middle stood a huge black tree, twisted and ancient. Its bark looked like faces, sad, crying faces. "Is someone trapped here?" Eli asked. The tree groaned. Its branches moved slowly, pointing toward him. He froze in fear. Then he heard it again, "Eli," but this time, it came from inside his own head. He dropped his lantern. The light went out. Only moonlight remained pale and cold. A whisper slithered through the dark. "Why do humans fear what they don't understand?" Eli trembled. I don't know." "Fear," said the voice, "is a seed. It grows when you feed it." Eli took a step back. He realized the voice wasn't angry, it was sad. He whispered, "Are you the forest?" The voice replied, "Yes, once I was alive, like you. Humans cut me down, burned my roots. Now, I remain as whispers warning those who come." Eli's eyes widened. "I didn't know." "I'm sorry." The forest sighed deeply. The air grew warm. The mist began to fade. "You listened," said the voice softly. "Few ever do." The tree's eyes, or what looked like eyes, closed slowly. The whispers turned gentle, like a lullaby. Eli picked up his lantern. The flame returned without a match. It glowed softly, blue and gold. He walked back toward the edge of the forest. The voices no longer called his name. They hummed peaceful and calm. When he reached the village, dawn had just arrived. His grandmother waited at the gate. "You heard them, didn't you?" she asked. Eli nodded. "They weren't monsters. They were memories." She smiled. "Now you know fear is not evil. It's a reminder to listen, not to run." Eli never entered the forest again. But every night, he placed a small candle on his window for the Whispering Forest, and the forest never whispered his name again. Moral: true courage is not about fighting the dark, it's about understanding it. When we listen instead of fearing, we find peace even in the unknown.